Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You look at this Carolina defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
Powerful running.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The Eagles at 10-2 on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Hurts.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless.
That's pulled in by Brooks.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
You look at this Eagle defense.
In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
Flushed out right.
Got a man. That's Leggett.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Throwing, Young. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Third down, Young from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. From the shotgun, it's Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here's Young. And incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Young will set to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Young.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Here comes third down and 7.
Great, set. Crown left Yeti.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in an Eagle uniform, it's Miles Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Young to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brooks. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Great, set.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Hey, 73.
Second and inches at the 12-yard line.
Now Hurts on the option right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Young. That one complete to Leggett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. It'll be Young again. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll run with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Now here's Young. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Go Silver, ready? Crowd left, Yeti.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Try to lay one up deep. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Panthers 6.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2nd and 10.
To throw, Young. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Young now. It's caught by Sanders. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Hurts.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Flush to his right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing is Hurts.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Looking to throw, Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing, Young. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here is Young. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I'm
I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Rolling to his right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Young. Incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Smith here. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line.
2 yards is the pickup, and that leads to a Philadelphia first. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
They go play action with Hurts.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Don't touch that.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
No touchdown. Hey. No touchdown.
They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
They'll set up a throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. Oh, what a move. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Barkley fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he works free.
Down the sideline he goes. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there for Carolina. 68 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. Now Young.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Running left, it's Barkley.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
No touch that. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
Here's Hurts to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's got it inside the 10. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditional is not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. But both really started to come in sync. So for Philadelphia, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.